today's episode of Lawsuit in the News, I want to talk about an article I read in the California Post, and this is a case related to a vehicular manslaughter that occurred in 2020. So what had happened was that this woman who was 28 named Noemi Velado was texting and driving, and she was high off marijuana when she hit a young man by the name of Benjamin Montalvo while he was riding his bike with friends, and killed him. And she was sentenced to 9 years. She was found guilty of vehicular manslaughter, and unfortunately, she is set to be released on good behavior after only serving 3 years in prison. So that's on the criminal side of things. This is a vehicular manslaughter that she pled guilty to, a felony. But it sounds like she's getting away very easy on the criminal side of things. On the civil side of things, she can be sued for the wrongful death of Mr. Montalvo. However, sometimes with wrongful death, who the defendant is always important. So some questions that the family of the deceased would need to ask is, does Ms. Velado have insurance for these types of situations? Did Mr. Montalvo have life insurance on his life? And whether or not Ms. Velado has other assets that could be subject to forfeiture in a lawsuit. It sounds to me that Ms. Velado is someone who does not have much money, so recovering any type of money would be difficult, right? Lawsuits only work when there is money to be recovered. If there is a defendant who has no money, let's say no insurance, yes, you can get a judgment for millions of dollars, but can you collect on that judgment is a different question. So I hope that the family of Mr. Montalvo gets justice, but this early release to me is definitely an injustice.